I guess we're going to talk about Winnebago and the trawling results, what little bit that I know about the trawling results this year. I was only on the trawler one time this year. Typically I go out twice a year, but it's become a very popular activity, so I was only able to get out on it once this year, which is fine. But we had a little bit of an update given to the Winnebago Walleye Work Group, or Winnebago Fishery Advisory Group, I guess they're called now. Walleyes did well this year. We didn't have any water in the system last year. There was no up north snow runoff. A lot of marshes were dry. A lot of marshes had reduced water, but nevertheless, we have enough fish in the system now that some fish are going to spawn someplace, and we're going to get some kind of production. So this year it was an average, and maybe a little bit better than average hatch for walleyes. Perch are doing okay. I mean, it wasn't a gangbuster year for perch reproduction. Believe it or not, drum, sheephead, since we had the VHS infection several years ago, which really impacted the drum population, have not really recovered. People might not think so based upon the number of fish that you catch when you're perch fishing and that sort of thing, but the drum catch in the lake has been severely reduced, and as has been natural reproduction. The young of the year drum numbers are down. Major forage species in the lake is the trout perch. Trout perch have been at very good levels for a number of years now, and they remain high. Gizzard shad, not so much so. Gizzard shad are probably the best forage for sturgeon, but we don't see many small gizzard shad. We had hardly any small gizzard shad, so can't expect a good sturgeon run because of the gizzard shad this year. White bass, on the other hand, showed a good spawn this year. Nobody really knows why. Like I said, we had reduced water flow in the system. Many times white bass run up the Fox End of Wolf River and spawn up there, and for whatever reason they showed a good response to the conditions that were available to them this past spring. One of the things that the department is doing now, though, is they've started looking at white bass, floy tagging white bass. I think they floy tagged about 1,000 white bass this past year, to try to determine what the exploitation rate is based upon return rate, and possibly look at the numbers. I mean, they've got a good sense of what the numbers have been since 1986. The trawler has been run every year the first week of August, September, and October since 1986. So there's a very good long-term population estimate for white bass, but there's never been a bag limit on white bass. And it's been proposed to put a 25 bag limit. I'm losing it.